How to get business funding with bad credit. Do you have really bad credit, but you still need business funds? Well, Noelle Randall started the exact same way. I started with terrible credit, no money, no job, and today I am a self-made multimillionaire. You really can build business credit even with bad personal credit, and in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to get that done. Let's go.
Noelle. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
Did you know that you actually can build business credit and create an entire profile outside of your personal credit entity? Yes, you actually have an entire personal credit profile, which you may not have even ever checked or know what your score is. Let me quickly explain. When it comes to business credit, it is separate from personal credit. Personal credit takes into account three bureaus. You have Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. They will look at all of your different trade lines. For example, if you have a car loan or a student loan or a personal credit card, all of those things will report onto your personal credit report, and you may already know that you have a bad personal credit report score, meaning you haven't paid some of the trade lines on time, or maybe you paid things late, or maybe you didn't pay them at all and you actually even have some collections. Well, there is an entirely new way where you can create a new profile using a business entity and create a business credit profile and then get business funding in that business's profile's name. Let me explain. In the world of business credit, you have three bureaus just like personal credit. You have Equifax Business, Experian Business, and you have Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet is the #1 business credit reporting agency, and they will compile all of the different businesses' trade lines and give you a credit report and a credit score, very similar but different than your personal credit report score. So if, for example, you have a low personal credit score, like maybe less than 580, well, you literally can forget about that and build a business credit report and start getting funding in your business's name. But let me give you a quick warning. If you have bad personal credit, it is actually easier to fix your personal credit and get business credit, and you actually can borrow in both entities. You can borrow in your personal name and you can borrow in your business's name. You can fix your credit with my friends at creativecreditsolutions.net. Use the link below and tell them that Noelle Randall sent you. You can actually fix your personal credit and then get even more business funding if you do this. My friends at Creative Credit Solutions helped me fix my personal credit, and they probably can help you too. They can help you get things deleted. They can help you get inaccuracies removed from your credit report. If there's errors that are reporting, they can help you consolidate, get extra trade lines. Creative Credit Solutions can give you legal and ethical ways to repair your credit. They're not just credit repair, they are credit restoration. So if you have bad credit, I strongly suggest you give my friends a call at Creative Credit Solutions, absolutely free. Use the link below. They'll give you a free consultation. And again, you may end up with good personal credit and good business credit so that you can get double the amount of funding that you normally would get if you keep your bad personal credit. Again, let them know that Noelle Randall sent you for your free consultation. Now, let me get into how you will do this if you had to keep your bad personal credit. So if you have bad personal credit and you want to build business credit, the first thing that you are going to need is an actual business. Because Dun & Bradstreet and all of the business credit reporting agencies report to businesses, you will need to actually establish the business entity. So you will need to get the business registered with the Secretary of State. You'll have to get either an LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Company, or you can get a corporation, an S Corp or a C Corp. You can even build business credit with a nonprofit, but I'm just talking about for-profit business in this video. I have a separate video completely for nonprofits if you want to watch that video. Now, the next thing that you will need is an EIN, which stands for Employer Identification Number. This is absolutely free to get. You just go to irs.gov. Here is a quick screenshot to show you exactly where to go. Again, this is absolutely free. You don't have to pay anyone to get your EIN for you. The next thing that you are going to need for your business, if you really want to get a lot of business funding and really build your business credit fast, is an address. Not just your home address, but actually a business address. So if you can get a virtual office through Regus or Opus, or if you could rent a small space, that will actually increase the amount of funds that you can get in your business's name because you are not using your home address. Now, you can get business credit and business funding using your home address. However, to unlock millions of dollars in business funding and things of that nature, it is best to use a professional office address for a business, not the home address. The next thing that you will need is a professional website. So again, you'll buy a domain. You can go to places like GoDaddy or Squarespace, used to be Google Domains, and buy a very inexpensive domain and have a website made. You can use people like Fiverr or people on Upwork to help you build a website really quickly. However, it is very important that you actually have a business website because this is one of the things that builds credibility. So when lenders are looking to lend you money, they want to make sure that they can find you on the internet because this is what it is. In this day and age, you need to be found on the internet, so you'll need a website. And last but not least, you are going to need a professional phone number and a professional email. Again, you can use your cell phone number as your business's phone number. However, that is not recommended. It would be recommended if you got a professional business phone number from like 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏 or Freedom Voice. Now again, I actually have an amazing gift for you. Go to 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗍𝗃.com and I have this entire list of what I'm saying on a download just for you, and you can have that where it summarizes what I'm saying, and you can get this absolutely free at 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗍𝗃.com or click the link in the description box to get this checklist. When I'm talking about the business phone number, it's important that you have another number that's not your cell phone number because you can get that phone number listed in the business's phone directory. If you use your cell phone number, obviously that won't be. However, here's an easy little trick. If you get a phone number from like 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 or Freedom Voice like I am suggesting, you can then just transfer that number to your cell phone so that whenever someone calls your business line, your cell phone still rings and you can have that professional phone number. And of course, the last thing was the professional email. That is very easy. When you got the website made and you bought the domain, just buy the email that goes with it. For example, if your website and your domain name is abcproperties.com, you would get your name at abcproperties.com instead of using a Gmail or a Yahoo address and things like that. If you have a professional phone number, a professional email, professional website, this will be the easiest way for you to build business credit even with bad personal credit. Now that you have the business all set up, it is straight to the finish line. You can just go to Dun & Bradstreet and literally claim your business. In many cases, once your business is registered with the Secretary of State, your business may already be found in Dun & Bradstreet. You go to dnb.com and you'll search your business. If it's already there, you'll claim that business. They will mail you a code in the mail. You will go back into the system with that code once they mail it to you, and you will claim your business and you will be all validated. If you go into Dun & Bradstreet's website and your business is not in there, then you will go ahead and add your business. Then they will follow that same process of sending you a code, and then you claim and validate your business. This is how you want to do it before you actually start getting any trade lines added. So before you start buying things or getting funding for your business, you want to make sure that you have an active Dun & Bradstreet profile so that any money that you borrow, any invoices that you get, actually report to Dun & Bradstreet, and you are effectively building business credit. Now that you have your business profile set up with Dun & Bradstreet, it's on easy street. You can just start adding trade lines. There are literally companies like Uline, Quill, and Granger that you can borrow and do net 30 and net 60 invoices, and they will actually report those invoices, those trade lines, to Dun & Bradstreet so that you have business credit built. Once you do those vendor credit, then you will move to store credit cards like Walmart and Costco and things like that. And then you can actually get cash credit cards like Chase Bank and Bank of America. Now, let me tell you a really big secret on how you can start getting business funding even if you have a new LLC. Here's a bonus secret. If you want to get business credit and you have good personal credit, you literally can get a business checking account, and in many cases, that bank will give you a business credit card right on the spot. There are banks like Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, where they will loan a new business up to $50,000 when you open up a business checking account. The only caveat is you have to personally guarantee these business credit cards, so you do have to have good personal credit. Now, if you have bad credit, remember, you can call my friends at �creativeCreditSolutions.net. The link is below, and they can help you get a much better credit score. They have helped so many people get great credit, and then once you have great personal credit, you literally can walk into a bank and get up to $50,000 with no income verification from many of the major banks. Again, if you have bad credit, you can use the steps that I outlined in this video. If you have bad credit too, you could also get your credit fixed by using my friends at �creativeCreditSolutions.net. There are so many different ways for you to be successful, and I want to make sure that you get them. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle, to your success.